We're gonna start with this, and then once we get a sufficient amount of coal, then we'll switch over to the smelter and then smelt some stuff. We can't quite do them at the same time right now. So I'm gonna be here doing this a little bit. I'm also gonna go back to the other base and get the wood piles that I have there and just truck them over while this is doing its thing. And hopefully with that amount of coal, should be able to smelt enough to get some, if not most, of the copper gear that I will need to make the Black Forest way easier than it is currently. We may or may not also do a little bit of base building, mainly like the layout of what I want to do. I'm gonna do that after I'm able to chop these down, because these need to go. So yeah. BRB. All right. I smelted all of the wood that I had on me. And it equivalated to 268 pieces. That's probably enough for the next part, except for we are missing. Yeah, we definitely need to go mine more of that. Before I do that, I'm gonna repair my stuff. There we go. Alrighty. Off we go. So it is 2 copper to 1 tin to make 1 bronze. Do we need any? I guess I have to make it first before I can find out how much I will need. So now we're just gonna mine a bunch. And hope we don't run into any trolls while we're doing this. I'm not gonna worry about that. Yeah, this is our life now for the next, I don't know how long. Okay, do all of these need deer hide? I think they do. Yep, they all need deer hide. Okay. Well, we're making a trek back to the first base. Gonna grab all of that deer hide that I have there. I think I have enough. I only need, what, 6? There's all the deer hide right there that I need. Perfect timing, deer. Okay. Take this. Toss that stuff. We're gonna make bronze plate, tunic, bronze helmet, and bronze plate leggings. We also need bronze in order to upgrade this stuff if we want to do that. In order to be able to, we also have to craft see, these things with stars, they pertain to the crafting tables. And you can tell what one it goes to, because as you can see, there's a gold line going from these anvils to the forge. If I pick this up, it's not going to have a gold line to that, because this goes to the crafting table. See the gold particle line? And they have to be in a set distance in order to be crafted or placed. The more you put down, the higher you can upgrade your stuff. So I can go 3 stars on the crafting table, which I think will be 4 stars, because it's already at 1 star. And the forge, I can go up to 2. We can also make a mead kettle and a cauldron, which would not be a bad idea, because I can make better food if I do that. And with that going, I'm gonna sleep, and that will make that go by significantly faster. So as you saw, I don't know if you did see, but it said it was unloading unused assets. That pertains to stuff being thrown on the ground. If I don't know exactly what it has to be in proximity of. I know that if it's in proximity of a crafting table, such as like the circle of it, like if I pull this out, you can see that there's this circle outlining this area. These are inside of that circle. If they weren't, they would have been deleted, despawned, whatever the word is. But since they're inside, they're not going to. So I don't have to worry too much about this stuff being out like this. I'm not like super worried about any of it despawning because of that reason. Oh, it's gotta be raining. I think I'm gonna make the axe next. Just because I want to get fine wood and get that better bow going. Which, if I look in here, I think I need fine wood and core wood for it. Yes, and deer hide. Okay. Shoot. Oh. I guess we'll make a trip back home. Start bringing stuff over. Yeah. Oh, also, I'm gonna make some nails because that'll also unlock some recipes for us. Right there. Specifically, the boat. That is the first boat that will have a storage thing on them. It's not a lot, but it's better than the raft. The raft has no storage. So, am I blind? Where is... I want to make a ogre cape. How do I make a... or a troll? The heck do I need for a troll? I see, okay. I need a tanning rack in order to make capes. So yeah, we're gonna run back to the main base, grab a bunch of stuff, and bring it back. Alright. Let's see. I have everything I want now. We got our armor. Got our troll hide cape for fashion. Got a pick, the fine wood bow, bronze buckler, bronze axe, and bronze mace. I'm pretty much set. Go into the Black Forest and not have to worry about anything all that much. I cleared everything and moved it to the corner out of the way. And now we're gonna start with laying out kind of the rough shape of the house or the base that's going to be in here. Let's see. There's a couple things I want. We're gonna have a forge semi-connected to the house part, and then a storage room. Okay, so this is going to be the smelting area. This has to be built on the floor. So this is at least this building, not my idea. I got this from Crate of Bananas. I really like how he laid everything out. It's super nice. And I am going to use it, at least for this part. So here's our layout. So 6 wide. And then I'm going to go 9 wide because I'm going to have 2 and 2. There's 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you would go 8, 9, right? But I've got to level the ground. Alrighty. So we have our 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we'll just fill this in. Easier said than done. I also want to make sure that it's nice and flat. That's not too difficult. Like, if you have that poking up, you just whack it on either side and then pull out your hoe and flatten it out again. Should, for the most part, bring it back. Need more wood. And all this stuff is also going to be rounded, which is going to be very nice. Okay, there we go. Here's our platform. Now, we grab our beams and go around the outside of it. I'm going to stop there with that, and then I'm going to connect these up. Okay, have a little step right there. Nothing too big. Okay. And then now we will outline it this of the way. I'll kind of make this side the entrance in a way. So what I'm gonna do. Something like that. Okay. Now we've got to count 3 over, so 1, 2, 3, and go boom, boom, and then 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. So in these 2 spots, we are going to have our charcoal kiln, and then other thing we have to outline is from this wall, you're gonna come one in and two in the other way. And make a outline. Yeah, I'm gonna go raid some dungeons and get more Certling cores, at least enough to build these 4 things that I need to. So we will be back with that. Okay, I had to adjust it just a tad. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay, I extended it one more going this way. Instead of 9 is now 10. Because I needed a way to wrap around the back of this. So I also brought over that stuff. Got to redo that. There we go. Alrighty. So this is gonna have 2 kilns and 2 smelters. That's all I want for now. I only have the 2 ores that I can smelt, copper and tin. I don't see me needing any more than that. So now what we have to do is delete those and these. So now toss those there. And we can pick this stuff up. And now kiln. Get your hole facing you. Get it somewhat in the middle of both of these. And you're gonna slowly pull it towards you until you can place it. Same with right here. Gonna get it as close to the middle as you can. Pull it towards you till you can place it. Right there. And now with these, you want to have the chute facing you. And the way you line this guy up is this corner that we're looking at to our right. You want it right there. Probably gonna have to raise the ground on both of these. And then flatten those out. There we go. Okay, so this right corner, in between where you put the coal and where the output is, that corner, I'm gonna line it up with this corner right there. Just like so. Same with that one. Okay. Now we can pick up some wood and put a little bit of our floor back here. I am gonna go with kind of a enclosed. I'm gonna hide these as best as I can. We're gonna go right to here and delete all of these. And delete that one. And this guy. Now we're going to build our trench. This part's pretty easy. You just take your pickaxe. And start digging. Okay, and we want to go... two of these down, I believe. Snap that to there, and then snap that to bottom. Okay, we want 3 meters down. So this is our 2 meters. And we'll come out with a half wall on the bottom of there. Okay. Keep digging until we can snap a wall piece or a floor piece onto that. Cover that. And now we're just gonna go this way. Usually 4 or 5 hits does the trick. Yeah, it's about 5 hits and then snap your wall. Now comes the fun part. You're gonna hit right here once. And right here once. A half wall there, half wall there. And then a roof piece right there. A roof piece right there. Basically what that's gonna do is stuff's gonna pop out and then it's gonna tumble down into there. Okay, now we are going to pretty this tunnel up. Adding our stairs. Oh, I'm gonna do walls first, actually. I'm gonna make this look as best as you can, for the most part. Okay, now we're gonna come in with our stairs here. Well, actually. Yeah. Okay, now we gotta put our floor back in. Alright, there's our tunnel. So, how this works. Fill up your kiln with wood. Then you can fill up coal here. Then you can wrap around and you can fill it in with your material. You can put chests in between these guys. And right there. Stuff gets smelted and pooped down into here and you can pick it all up. Very nice design. And now we have to do a roof, which is going to be very exciting. I'm gonna do the same roof that he does in his video because it actually works pretty well with this setup. If you want to see the full walkthrough of how to do this step by step, go watch his video on it. He does a way better job at explaining it all than I did. But that's just the fundamental of how it works. It's very nice. I definitely like it. So I'm just gonna do the rest of this off camera and then come back and then we'll lay out the plan for the house. Alrighty, I'm gonna give you guys a cool little tip. To make the roofs look good on your build and have it not be so boxy. So basically having this overhang. You could, you know, just lay them out flat and have the full roof overhanging, but at least for me, that I don't like how that looks. So what I do is I, you know, get my framework going, and normal people, we'll go with this for now. Normal people would put their first roof piece like here and start going up. But then if you want that overhang, you have this huge overhang and it looks bad. At least for me, I don't like how that looks. And you also have a huge one coming off the front. I like this 1 meter overhang coming forward and down. Right, it looks nice. It's minimalistic. So to achieve this, I'm gonna go with your 1 meter. Out. So if you want your overhang this side of the beam, you'll put it here, going the exact opposite way. Go 1 meter up, and then a 1 meter off of that. You kind of have like this weird snake. Then you get your roof. You're gonna look at like this edge. And then you're gonna cycle through until you get that snapping point. It'll hang off this side by 1 meter and this side by 1 meter. And then you just get rid of those. That's how I do my roofs. Super nice. It's not a full 2 meters. I don't like the full 2 meters. It makes it look too much. Alright, well, here we are. For the most part, it's complete. I think the only other thing that I could really do is do this and then throw in it's just either side here like so. Let me get this little wall and fill that in. Like so. Okay, so here's the full rundown of it. First we'll get a nice little outside view of it. Roof. It doesn't look too bad. Not fully done. I'm gonna add another layer to this wall. And I get some features to pop. The backside I'm leaving open. And then this side I'll do another layer on the outside to get some stuff to pop, including... And with this wall, I'll bring some stuff out, make that pop this side as well. But here's how it works and how I set it up. So we have our 2 charcoal kilns here. These will be for a stockpile of wood for each of these. This chest and this chest will be for access coal for each smelter. So coal chest to smelter, coal chest to smelter. And then we run around back. We have this chest for ingots. This chest for ingots. This is a different chest from this one. This one's on the right. And this one's on the right. But they're like stacked next to each other, but I blocked off the coal one so you can't access it. Makes it more simple. And that's basically it. Enclose the smelters as much as I could. And the kilns as much as I could. So the smoke for both of these are going to rise up and go out that way. And then once you make your rounds, you come down here and collect your stuff. Our foundry is done for the most part. Next is the house. I'm gonna work on a layout for the house. I have something in mind I kind of want to try. So I'm gonna lay that out and see how it looks. Alright, so here's the layout for the house part of it. What's crazy is the forge is gonna be a little bit bigger than the actual, like, house part. Should I make that the storage room? And then put house here. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll make this the storage area. And then put house here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, not house. This is storage room. Kind of going with, like, rounded edges. I don't know how that's gonna translate to storage, but I'll figure something out. 6 meters here, and then rotated it once every time, and then it went 8 meters, and then rotated it, and then filled her in. Alrighty, here is the setup for the storage unit, or storage unit. Here's the layout for the storage system. It's actually not bad. I like how it came out. There are these weird gaps up top, but those are gonna be covered up. So I'm not too worried about those. But now just the tedious process of filling all of these in. Alright, so if you want to build it like this, have this, I don't know, angle to it, I guess you could call it. This is how I did it. So we have our flat wall here, our flat wall here, and we have 3 in kind of connecting them. What I did is I put that there and that there are 2 meters. Then I took a 1 meter. The first wall that's going on your straight side, put a 1 meter. Then this 1 meter, I want to turn it this way. And that'll connect up to there. And then you wall that off. You get some holes that are going up straight with the wall. And then right here, onto the snap point of this 1 meter, I'm gonna rotate it once. This side would rotate that way once, or that way once. However it would be. And then you just build your grid off of this. Actually, an easier way to do it would be to go up this with 1 meters. So then you can build these off of those and get rid of these. Then you replace those with your those. The one in the middle here just goes straight up. The one on this side, angle it like that. Then you'd have your other one right here. And then you have a 2x2 meter wall. And then you would rotate your wall once. So this wall is coming off like this. And then right here, it's going straight in. Then you would have however many until you get to this point, and then you would re-go to this angle. Yeah. That's how I built it. I don't think I'm gonna need any more than from here to here. But since this is pretty much built, I'm going to continue it by getting rid of this stuff. Okay. So, back here, I'm gonna fix this stuff real quick. You take your wall, orient it how you want it to be, and snap it onto there. Snap it onto there, 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 and there. Okay. Take our 2 meter across. That actually goes into the right area. That all the way up. There we go. We got our shelf. I'm gonna fill this section in as well. I don't really think can anything go here. And now I just need the roof. Right, it is complete. Got the roof on. Oh my god, the roof. It's such a pain to do a roof in a circle or any type of circular curve, but it's done. Our storage room. On the inside. Yeah, this bit right here is such a pain. Some of them definitely look a lot cleaner than others. Like, ugh. But it's whatevers. Got this up. I had to redo this a little bit because there was a very big gap. And it does kind of, yeah, but it's whatever. Now, oh boy, just gotta fill these in. If you've never done this checkered pattern before for the sword system, the easiest way to fill them up is as follows. The bottom one is fairly simple. Just Line it up and pop it in. Same with this upper one. Line it up and pop it in. For these top two, you have to make a ladder. Then you can hop up and get these top ones. Like that. So this is what I'm doing with this room. This section is going to be for crafting. I think I'm going to split it in half. Forge stuff on this side and crafting stuff on this side. I'll leave it like that, and then throughout here we'll put I'll put the upgrades for the forge and crafting table. All that's left now is our house, which will go here. Yeah, I'm gonna fill these up now and then work on the outline for the house and move all of this stuff over to here. Move all that stuff over to here. Oh, Lord. And also gonna pretty this entry up a little bit. This one's fine how it is. I'm not gonna be too picky about that. But this one, I do want to change it just a tad. It's too flat for my liking. Just that there, and this right there. There we go. That definitely looks a lot better. Doesn't look bad. What was it? 2? What? Yeah. I like it. Okay, got it. There we go. That's definitely a better entrance than what it was before. Not bad. Alright. Now, I will fill in all of the chest spots. Ooh, boy. Let's see, what else do we have over here? Don't think there's much else to move over. That chest is full of food. That's going in the house. Yeah. But everything else I moved over and organized. I used a majority of it. I kind of just gave everything its own chest for the time being. Apart from some other stuff, because this is so many chests. So we've got our copper and our bronze here. This will be 10 for now. That might change. I wanted them close to the forge. Or the forge. It just made more sense to have that right there. Then we got our resin. Our Grey Dwarf eyes. This is mob drops. I know Grey Dwarf eyes are considered mob drops, but I feel like I'll get more of these faster. Then we got our seeds, and then trophies. Ruby, amber pearl. Oh. Our flint, our our surtling. Actually, I'm gonna move the flint to here. Let's see. This is gonna be nails for now. Arrows are not staying here. They are going in a chest in the house. And then this one. That will be where those go. And instead of putting the rocks and the woods in piles, I had the leftover chests, so these are full of the materials. Here's the wood, core wood, fine wood, and then just regular wood. Coins are also going to go into the house. See, mob drops for this one. Nope. This one. Okay. And I'm probably not gonna worry about signs right now. I'll slowly get used to where everything is. Cultivator is gonna go with the farm. Let's see, what else does I need to do? The house is going to have a bedroom, a small storage area for like personal items and or gear, a kitchen, and then I'm gonna do like a small shack for farm. Oh man, dude, this looks nice. Other than actually, this will be the highest point. There we go. Now we can get a nice view of everything. I wish this was centered, but whatevers. It's the lopsidedness that makes it more organic. You know? Not bad. I definitely like how it came out. Oh, and it looks so nice. All those chests. Such a pain to get all the wood. Though. Good lord. The amount of trees that I've cut down within the perimeter of my base. Also, just to get stuff cleared. Because we used to have a rock literally right here. And then a bunch of trees right here. So I've slowly kind of just been going around like the outer edge. And trimming the forest back away from the base. Just to help clear stuff up and make it more nice around the base, you know? Okay, well next is the house part of it. I'm definitely moving those. I have a plan for those that I think will look nice. Alright, well here it is at work. Look at that. Then they fall down. Smelts and falls. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh. Incredible. Now we just run down and pick it all up. And we run up here and then we can put it in there. Except I need the tin. Because, okay, so here's the house so far. Got our entrance. Got our chimney. Which looks a little weird. That was the first time I like really looked at it. I think I'm gonna go with a full wall. Right there. Yep, that definitely looks a lot better. Okay. Got our chimney coming out top there. And here's the kitchen. Oh, but we got our cooking racks. And then we're gonna have our cauldron right there. And then we'll have our meat kettle on that one. And that should be all of our cooking stations. I am gonna change up how this is. Just a little bit. Not like a super big amount. I have an idea of how I want to close this off. Okay. The beam right there. We have like a double window thing going on here. Kind of cool. But with this, I want to put some banners hanging down. But yeah, it'll definitely look nice. And for the rest, I think I'm gonna put the bed here. I'm gonna like do something with this corner. And then I don't really know what I'm gonna do for these areas. I'll figure something out. Won't be too difficult. Also, that looks weird like that. There we go. But I need to finish the roof, so I will do that now. I will show you the end result. Okay, so this is basically what it looks like. So you have your two, what are these called? Two banners, any color you want, doesn't matter. But you just line them up in the middle, so then when you walk through them, they part and you can walk right through them. Very nice. I love it. It's so clean. All right, house portion is done. I left the top bit open because sometimes the smoke comes into here, and I wanted to leave an area to where it can escape from. I had to bump this out because if I tried to line up the roof to where it covered this up, it poked too far in here and made it so the smoke wouldn't go out. So I had to pull the chimney back by one. But I think it actually looks a little bit better where it is. The outside will be changed, like detail-wise. I will add a little bit of spunk to it, maybe. I don't know. But for the most part, that's it for the outside. Inside here, ignore that. Over here, we got a little seating area just to, you know, chill. We got our bed area. Got some chests, the bed, some decorations. Over here, we got a table for eating purposes. I got 3 spots. And then we've got all of our stuff. Yes, all of our stuff. This is going to be a wood chest. So I'm actually going to put that in there. That will be food. That'll be wood for the fires. The rest of this can go back over here. Oh, please let me reach. Oh, thank you. And one more little detail I wanted to do was I wanted to add this right there. Yeah. Alright. Now, all that's left is the farm. On top of these are going to go these. Just like that. Is that far enough? Bees are happy. Bees are happy. Okay. Now the rest of that is going to be farmland. Right now, the only seeds I have are a carrot. Now, seeds need about 1 meter in between each other to grow. And so all those should be healthy and growing in no time. Our little area is basically done. Oh, there it is. The first base is done. I think it came out quite nice. I like it. Not too shabby. I think I'm gonna call it there for this video. Not a whole lot of excitingness happened. It was mostly just building. At least for what I want to do. I'm not done yet. I still want to add another layer to these walls to help make stuff pop. Because this just looks meh. I'll probably do it to all buildings and then reveal it next episode at the beginning, what it looks like. And then we'll go on an adventure into the Black Forest and see if we can't find our second boss and then go fight him. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you all later.